Okay, welcome to game 2 of the series. Again, it is going to be our tournament champion from Act 1, Galahad, playing as Gu in the southwest. The map is Coastlands, and his opponent, Salami, is going to be playing as humans here in the northeast. Salami going with a slightly greedier build in game 2, going straight into his second refinery as soon as his factory here completed. Galahad will scout this and possibly follow up with some early aggression. Going double refinery so early against Gu is always very dangerous. He probably thinks that his opponent Galahad is going to go with double mother again, but one of the main things to keep in mind against Galahad is that he's always scouting you and always reacting to what you're doing. He definitely does not stick to just one build every game. He was always adapting his strategy, and that's obviously how Gu is designed to be very effective at doing that. Drover will scout exactly what Salami is doing here, and if he doesn't prepare some early defenses, he may struggle. That being said, Salami is going with some very early aggression against Galahad, and the small protean will get morphed. And 2 tridents will definitely not be enough to take that on. Second refinery is in progress. He didn't leave it paused. At the very least, he will force the protean to more. Oh no, Galahad! You waited too long! Galahad waited way too long. What was he thinking? And the small protean is destroyed. That is definitely putting Galahad in an awkward position, and he will no longer be able to really punish this double refinery opening. 3 tridents will be more than enough to take on 1 small protean. Well, not more than enough, but exactly enough. It will be enough. Or at least to force it to morph. If Galahad messes this up twice in a row, that could be the game, but I'm sure he won't. There he goes. Nice, safe, and early morph. And he will take out all those tridents, leaving him with 5 drovers to harass before Salami can effectively defend both of these refineries. We will have an anti-heavy sentinel going up now, but Galahad is just going to camp his factory. Just imagine if there were 4 more drovers here, it would already be game. Although Salami is still in a very precarious position. This greed is hard to defend against Gu. His anti-heavy sentinel is about to complete, and Galahad hasn't killed very many harvesters. He took out a trident. I'm not sure he even got any harvesters. He will be able to disrupt this harvester line, however. Factory is teleporting so that the anti-heavy sentinel can protect it. And he's actually making conduit crosses into the harvester line. Meanwhile, Galahad has moved his mother into a very aggressive location. It looks like he's going to go with a destructor all in. Maybe. Yeah, that's... Nope, he just got a second mother. We might see a 2 mother all in. No. It's going to work on his economy there. Right next to the human base, the harvester line remains compromised by these 5 drovers. Conduits continue expanding to defend. And he should be able to defend it as soon as these conduits complete. But it's certainly taking its sweet time. And this is really why you never go double refinery against Gu. There's just no way to protect yourself against the early aggression. And Salami is very lucky that he sniped that first small protean. If he had not done that, the game would already be over, I'm pretty sure. Galahad is going to attack with a mother. There's only 1 anti-heavy sentinel in the base right now. The other mother is going to simply sit back, play it safe, defend. There is an anti-heavy sentinel here to attack these drovers. The second anti-heavy sentinel is teleporting to protect the factories. Teleportation took a while though. Oh, it's powered down! Why is it powered down? It was connected, wasn't it? I'm not sure what happened there. That was unfortunate. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough for Salami to deal with. Conduits are all getting globbed up by that mother. He doesn't have that many tier 1 units, so his only defense is turrets, which obviously trying to teleport those around can be tough and dangerous. This mother is just wreaking havoc on this conduit line. They've all taken like 1,000,000 damage. And he puts a pretty significant dent in his opponent's economy. He's now just sitting in a harvester line with a mother. It's going to take forever to even kill that thing, and meanwhile this mother is continuing to collect resources. The second mother has also been spawned. The anti-heavy sentinel is picking off drovers slowly, but the extractor is about to go down. There it goes. Salami is just really struggling to get his economy going, and if he had, I mean, he probably would have had a second refinery by now if he had just stayed on one refinery until he had like 6, 7, 8 tridents maybe. It's tempting to be greedy as humans because of your strong base defenses, but on this map, your extension is so far away that these conduits are kind of expensive. And it's best to just stay on one refinery, especially against goo. Get a couple of tier 1 units out so that you can effectively defend against this early aggression. Otherwise, you're going to be behind for the entire game, and you really can't afford that, especially not against goo. Galahad's out of 3 mothers now, compared to these 2 refineries, one of which has barely even been doing anything this entire game. He has amassed a decent number of tridents. And another small protean just went down without morphing. Salami has to be very careful with these tridents. If he loses this force, probably loses the game. I have no idea if he engaged cost effectively there or not. I don't know what he killed. Sounds like there's just drovers in there. Oh, nope, there's also a mother in there. Okay. If Salami wants to do these brush fights, he's going to need daggers, and so he has purchased himself a stealth attachment. He'll be able to purchase daggers to give himself brush vision. Meanwhile, Galahad's economy continues to grow. There's 1 mother sitting in the brush, and 3 mothers just working the catalyst vents. Sounds like that mother's taking a lot of damage. Did it die? I think Galahad might have just lost a mother in there. Not sure. No, he did not. Has 350 health remaining. There's also 4 drovers defending. They're gonna back off into the second brush thing. This monitor will see that mother retreating. Tridents are going to get aggressive here. Oh no, don't get eaten. Nice micro, nice split. These engagements are very tough for humans without daggers, but a dagger is about to complete, and that will make things so much easier. Galahad's economy is definitely getting out of control. Salami should really be taking advantage of the fact that he's kind of pushing Galahad back a little bit to expand his economy. He's still operating on only 2 refineries. This is the time to be purchasing a 3rd one. Loses a few tridents there. Finally, a dagger has arrived. He will be able to utilize that to give himself brush vision. Daggers are also just generally good against drovers because they have 3 armor. Oh no! He just like threw it right into that mother. That was a bit of a waste. Now he's got to. Oh, what is he doing? Oh god! Not good. Not a good series of engagements. But a 3rd refinery is up. I'm not sure where he's planning on putting the extractor though. Ouch. Lost a lot of tridents, but he finally clears out that mother. Not a very cost-effective engagement, though. Galahad has stalled him in that engagement for so long, and he's now up to 7 mothers all over the map. 7 mothers to 3 refineries. There is no way Salami is going to be able to keep up with this expansion. That's a lot of drovers. The split came way too late. Even if he had done a perfect split, I don't think he could have won this engagement. Daggers definitely can see into bushes. If you don't think they can, you are mistaken. Sight range is not far, but it's better than 0. I mean, your options are get a dagger and see a small distance, or just face check with tridents. Neither of those options is great, but the dagger is definitely the better option. A dagger is not that expensive, and honestly, I think it's pretty good to purchase just for its armor. Against drovers, it's not bad. Oh, and we're going to see dagger stealth. Interesting. I don't really think stealth upgrades tend to be that worthwhile against goo, just because Mother Goose and Small Proteans both have detection. But, okay. I think Galahad is just going to let this mother die. He's got, apparently, other things to be worried about, like disrupting this harvester line with a giant blob of drovers and continuing to expand his economy. Oh no! That mother died just in time. Thought he was going to... all of that stuff. More Small Proteans being spawned. Just more drovers. Yeah, drovers without Small Protean support don't have much of a defense against these invisible daggers, which is pretty cool. But yeah, all he has to do is bring some Small Proteans and then he's fine. Gladius just continues to stall his opponent with reasonably medium-sized forces of drovers and Small Proteans outside of his opponent's base, making sure he stays contained. Doesn't have stealth harvesters, so he knows that there's no sneaky extractors hidden in various places on the map, and while he stalls and contains his opponent, he just continues to make mothers everywhere. Couple Gladii hitting the field, but 12 minutes is so late to be getting your first tanks. Lots of forces massing. It looks like this could be the final push. We've got some Crescents in the mix as well. Although it just died to two Gladiuses waiting in ambush, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Way more are on the way. Salami's economy is so locked up. It looks like he can't really decide what he wants to do either. He's got an air pad, one scimitar, a monitor flying around, teleporter. He's just got such a weird mix of units. Didn't really commit to one build, and the cost of tech is not one that he can really afford when he's already so behind. Those AA turrets doing work. Prolonging the inevitable demise of his human base. Scimitars didn't do too well against the Tempest army here in the back. Gladii making a desperate final charge. More large Proteans being spawned. Eventually it gets to a certain point where the AA turrets can't stop the goo artillery because there's so many of them firing. Not at that point yet, but I'm sure it's going to be very soon. And it's one of the methods of cracking open a human base. I think it's equally effective to just walk in with Destructors and just kill everything, but Crescents certainly do get the job done eventually as well. More tanks cooking in this large factory, but the artillery is really going to start raining now. Destructors, Drovers, and Striders leading the charge. And this is probably going to be the end of the game. And there it is. GG, Galahad wins. Salami will be eliminated from the tournament, and we're going to take a short break and get into the next matchup of round 2.